A lot to learn, but there are a lot of things that we do know tonight, including this location, the location of the sniper's nest, this three-story building behind me, an immigration attorney's office. He was on the rooftop, giving him an unobstructed view of his targets. Early Wednesday afternoon, the FBI removed evidence from the roof of an immigration attorney's office where they found the shooter dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Google Earth gives us the early morning vantage point he had. From the roof of the three-story building, he had a clear line of sight estimated at 500 feet, nearly 2 football fields, to the back of the ICE building.
Just be advised, it's still active shooter. There's a sniper on the roof. Have everybody stay for very, very far locations.
Video from 8TV shows where the bullets hit. Investigators taking pictures of the back of a transport van on the southwest side of the ICE building. Photos obtained by WFAA also show bullet holes inside the ICE building in a framed picture of the American flag.
He would shoot, he would wait 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, he would shoot.
The FBI says the bullets hit a transport van with ICE detainees inside, killing 1 and critically injuring 2 more.
He was targeting people. He wasn't just randomly shooting, he was actually targeting his targets and making sure he was getting hits.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
In fact, the FBI released this photo showing the exact words anti-ICE scrawled on shell casings found on the roof. Despite that, no law enforcement personnel were hurt. But they are emphatic about bringing days like this to an end.
The takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives.
In Dallas, I'm Kevin Reese.
MAGA supporters invaded our HBCU.
What is going on over here?
You called the East primitive, but what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do side still. Y'all didn't do anything to your You guys didn't make shit. You guys touch children. You guys
showing them the door.
We walking them to the door, y'all. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know. They need to get like a trespass, like penalty or something, because
sending them off.
tell him it's that boy. He thought he was gonna come up like Charlie.
yes. Say good job, TSU.
Good job. Shout out to my
At Tennessee State and HBCU, MAGA people tried their best, but
I think if you're not using the van to do business travel, then you're missing out. My name's Clay, and I am chief.
the students made their voices heard.
It's been a little wild. They're calling us stupid, but they wouldn't even talk to us on the mic. It's so funny. They wouldn't talk to us. They wouldn't talk to us. Now they yell at us, and they just think they're right. What are they even teaching at Tennessee State? This place kind of is just crazy. Wow. These people are not educated very well. All they know is attack, steal, and hurt us. Apparently there's a screwdriver brain today, so, you know, somebody was planning on using it to stab us, which is not good. So we're risking our lives out here, honestly. What the heck? Wow. And they're just following us still. Wow.
Utterly pathetic, truly.
All we did was set up a table.
Hey, what's up, man? Like, oh, pressing hell. You feel me? Like, it's a crazy day out here. We in CSU. You feel me? Hold up.
Pro-Trump propagandist Cam Higbee recorded himself getting roasted by students. Here was Higbee cosplaying as a journalist, where he was given a free trip to Israel to parrot their talking points and use his follower count on TikTok to do state-run media for the country that is currently committing a genocide. This was reported on at the time by Haaretz, that Israel was sending 16 MAGA influencers, all who happened to be under the age of 30, to manufacture consent for the continued atrocities taking place. A source would tell Haaretz the influencers will be pushed to share messaging that aligns with Israeli policy regarding the Palestinians. We are working with influencers, sometimes with delegations of influencers. Higbee was one of them. For Tennessee State, for what it's worth, these were the signs that students had to see when the MAGA folks invaded their spaces on campus, per the Tennessean. A statement posted to Tennessee State University's Facebook page said the group was unaffiliated with the school and was not authorized to be there. Thus, campus police and staff would respond, and the group would be escorted off the grounds without issue. A school statement read, "At all times, Tennessee State University students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner. The safety and well-being of our students, faculty, and staff remain our highest priority. Tennessee State University will continue to uphold university policies and ensure that campus remains a safe, welcoming, and orderly environment for all members of our community." The Miami Herald would importantly report the individuals were not connected to the school. They arrived without permits required for campus protests. According to policy, all demonstrations do need that prior authorization, and they didn't have it. Furthermore, Tennessee state officials and the SGA both stress that the school would not allow unauthorized demonstrations designed to divide the community. That's a net positive, by the way. The fast actions of campus police and staff, combined with the professionalism of students, demonstrated the school's strong commitment to creating a safe environment. The NAACP added in part, this incident was not an isolated act of political expression. It was an intentional effort to antagonize, disrupt, and instill fear in a space created to be safe, affirming, and supportive of black students. Let's be clear about what we saw. These students tried to...
Hey guys, right now we've got a handful of efficient air conditioning systems left over from the summer, and honestly, we're basically giving them away.
Not necessarily engage with others. They were attempting to use the Charlie Kirk method and clip farm a lot of what they were talking about in order to post on their social media, become the next Charlie Kirk. It is very clear that that is what they're trying to do because the seat is open. And in turn, I think we've actually learned our lesson that nobody should be engaging with these people. I mean that. I think it has led to divisiveness. I think if we have seen anything from the very unfortunate circumstances that happened this past month, that it is only going to get worse and more divisive. And the actions of these people are not in good faith. You could out-debate them in a 5-minute time frame and leave them baffled. But because of the algorithms, the people we follow, they will present to their side how they, beat up a woke black Marxist leftist communist at Tennessee State University. Like, what are we doing here? These people know nothing. And yet, look, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that nothing bad happened. I'm glad no one got hurt. I'm also glad that the students took a stand because that's how it should be. These are not going to be instances where folks like these who show up on campuses like an HBCU are going into it saying, I'm coming in with an open mind. Let's talk. Those are violent messages that they had. Those are hateful messages. And I actually think we should take the Mehdi Hassan route where we don't debate fascists. We just don't. I think we don't debate them. I think if 0 people responded to Jubilee, I think if 0 people showed up at their table, they would have nothing. They would be nothing. So maybe this is a time for reflection. And I'm also very open to suggestions in the comments on how to handle stuff like this.